Hi, different setting today in my bedroom. Today we're going to talk about Good Giorno uses GER or Golden Wind Requiem. Yes, I'm using the localized version. I just think it rolls off the tongue better. I watched the anime. I didn't read the manga, so that's how I know the name. So I usually use the localized versions. Can he use it as a contraceptive? So first of all, the first two things I'm going to discuss are what his ability is and how he used that to trap Diavolo in the infinite death loop and how that can apply to today's question. So, Giorno Requiem ability is return to zero. So whenever an effect or an action is taken on him or takes place, he can basically just revert it to zero and just remove all effects of it like it didn't happen. It's essentially almost like removing. It's kind of complicated to fully explain. So it's like you remove the effect without removing the cause. So let's go back. Let's go to the Diavolo thing. When Diavolo used time erasure and attacked him, the attack didn't work. So the effect, there was no effect, but the attack still technically took place. So the cause was there, being the attack, but the effect, which would be damage, was not there. So he threw the punch and it stopped. And then Diavolo looks back and it's got all these other versions of him, like turning around and that. And then for how Giorno did the infinite kill loop. So he killed Diavolo as he activated his ability, which reverts the effect of him dying to zero, but the cause is hit. So the cause of the kill is Giorno killing Diavolo, like Diavolo being killed. The effect is Diavolo dying. He removed the effect without removing the cause. So Diavolo kept being killed without technically dying, thus being in an infinite death loop of being killed but then coming back to life because the effect of him dying is being removed. That's essentially what it is. It's the easiest way for me to explain it, at least. So, how does this apply today? Well, let's say if Giorno was like having sex, right? And he finished. He'd basically just use the ability revert to zero to remove the effect of it and stop them from being pregnant, essentially. Same as like how he did it to stop Diavolo from being killed, whilst he also technically was being killed, thus putting him in an infinite loop. Giorno doesn't have to put something in an infinite loop. It's not like if he tried using this as a contraceptive, he then put the whole thing in a loop. It just means he could just completely cancel out them getting pregnant, I guess, just like how he could have cancelled out Diavolo just dying full stop. But he instead in that scenario chose to put Diavolo the infinite death loop. So I think for the most part it's pretty obvious that this would work. I think he definitely can. It just worked the same as what he did to Diavolo, but instead of with killing, impregnating. However, or not impregnating, but however, there is one counter argument, and that's that some people believe that GER only takes place when there's a direct threat to Giorno. So if it doesn't register pregnancy as a threat, it won't do it. So then Giorno can't use it as a contraceptive. And also, some people seem to think that Giorno cannot consciously use his ability. GER acts or fully automated. Giorno cannot consciously decide to use it at all. We saw it automate and with its own conscious and use itself against Diavolo during the time erasure. But there's nothing to suggest that Giorno in general can't control it and use it at command. So that's just something we don't know, at least as far as I'm aware. So that's the only possible counter argument. But I think as a general whole, this is like, it's a fairly straightforward question. So I don't think Giorno's going to have to worry about the same problem Dio had of all his different children of different mothers running about. You know what I mean? Like, of course, the issue of this being Giorno's girlfriend would have to either A, also be a stand user to know, or B, just blindly trust him when he tells her, hey, don't worry, my superpowers will stop you from getting pregnant, so we don't need a condom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that is another potential issue, actually. But as a general whole, in theory, yes, he would be able to use GER or Golden Experience Requiem, Golden Wind Requiem, whatever you want to call it, as a contraceptive. He wouldn't need no condoms or anything, which I guess is pretty handy. So yeah, it's not really else to say. Again, it's pretty straightforward. Um, Let me know what other future videos you'd like in the future, what other theories you'd like me to discuss. More JoJo videos. I love JoJo's. It's like arguably my favourite show of all time. So any more JoJo video ideas, that'd be great. I might do some JoJo tier lists, like ranking standardly. I need to rank every part. I need to do a ranking of every JoJo part. That's one thing every fan needs to do, is make it known how they order their parts, what their favourite part is. I'm going to do that. In fact, I might do that tomorrow, because I don't really know what else to record tomorrow, and I quite enjoy doing these videos like daily or as much as possible. So yeah, see you.